Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore Junagadh District, Gujarat State, the land of lions and legends, part 2. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. Agriculture forms the economic spine of Junagadh, engaging roughly 70% of the district's working population. The region is highly celebrated for its deep black cotton soils and alluvial deposits, which are exceptionally favorable for cultivating groundnuts and cotton. Junagadh stands out as the largest producer of groundnuts and garlic in the state of Gujarat, contributing heavily to the national supply. Furthermore, the district boasts the famous Gir Kesar mango, a sweet saffron-hued fruit that holds a protected geographical indication GI status. The presence of Junagadh Agricultural University JAU ensures that farmers have direct access to progressive biotechnology driven crop varieties, weather alerts, and sustainable cultivation methodologies. The trade and commerce landscape of Junagadh is tightly woven around its agricultural yields and maritime access. Massive Agriculture Produce Market Committee APMCs act as critical local exchange hubs where commodities like oilseeds, cotton, coriander, and garlic are auctioned daily. Because it borders coastal belts like Varaval, which historically and economically interfaces with Junagadh, marine trade plays an auxiliary but vital role, feeding massive seafood processing channels. The domestic trading system is supplemented by exports of refined groundnut oil, oil cakes, and spices to other Indian states and international markets, backed by a robust network of mercantile associations. Junagadh has evolved into a strategic zone for micro, small, and medium enterprises MSMEs, hosting over 7,000 active small scale businesses alongside heavy industrial anchors. Major corporate players, including Ambuja Cement and Gujarat State Cement, capitalize on the district's rich mineral and limestone reserves. Investment attention is shifting rapidly toward agrobiotechnology zones, PCO tourism projects around the Gir forest, and infrastructure expansion near commercial corridors. The government of Gujarat's proactive ease of doing business initiatives offer streamlined single energy projects along the Saurashtra coastline. Local administration and legal frameworks in Junagadh are governed under the structural systems of the Gujarat State government and the Junagadh Municipal Corporation JMC. Land acquisition, agricultural zoning, and environmental regulations are strictly monitored, particularly due to the proximity of the Gir Protected Area Network. Businesses most strictly adhere to statutory requirements such as the Goods and Services Tax GST, environmental clearances from the Gujarat Pollution Control Board GPCB, and standard labor codes. For international visitors and businesses, standard Indian visa frameworks and local foreigner registration guidelines apply seamlessly through district, district administrative officers. Junagadh features a mature infrastructure setup that binds its historical city center to outlying rural and industrial zones. The district is connected via National Highway 51, NH 151, and state highways, establishing clear routes to major urban centers like Rajkot, Ahmedabad, and Porbandar. The Western Railway Zone services the Junagadh Junction, providing direct train routes to primary Indian metros. On a structural level, the district features a major modern highlight, the Girnar Ropeway, one of Asia's longest temple ropeway systems, which has transformed mass pilgrimage transit up Mount Girnar from an arduous multi-hour climb into a swift, accessible journey. The official tender across Junagadh is the Indian rupee INR. The district features a highly integrated banking network managed by public sector stalwarts like the State Bank of India (SBI) and Bank of Baroda, alongside private entities like HDFC and ICICI Bank. ATMs are common throughout Junagadh city and larger talukas like Kesod and Visawada, though automated cash machines become sparse inside deep rural projects or close to Gir sanctuary boundaries. Digital transaction ecosystems, specifically the Unified Payment Interface UPI, are universally accepted by almost all vendors, from premium hotel properties to small roadside fruit stalls. Junagadh offers a broad spectrum of lodging options tailored to pilgrims, wildlife enthusiasts, and business travelers alike. Within the main city, accommodation ranges from budget friendly dharmasalas, pilgrim guest houses, and heritage properties to mid range corporate business hotels. Travelers venturing toward Sasangir to view the Asiatic lions will find luxury eco resorts, wildlife lodges, and government managed boutique guest houses tucked into the buffer zones. Peak tourism and festival windows, such as the Grinar Parikrama or Diwali vacations, cause a heavy surge in demand, making advanced reservation highly recommended to avoid steep premium pricing. Acquiring a local cellular connection is highly straightforward for both domestic Indian travelers and international tourists arriving in Junagadh. Major telecom operators including Reliance Jio, Bharti Airtel, and Vodafone Idea VI maintain dedicated flagship stores and authorized retail kiosks throughout the main city marketplaces. To secure an active prepaid connection, an applicant must present a valid government identity proof, Aadhaar card for citizens, passport and valid Indian visa for international travelers, alongside passport sized photos. Activation typically occurs within a couple of hours, unlocking reliable 4G or 5G data coverage across major transit lines and urban corridors. The societal fabric of Junagadh is deeply rooted in traditional Gujarat values, requiring a degree of conservative awareness from travelers when visiting holy destinations like the temples atop Mount Girnar, the Mahabhat Makbara, or ashrams. Clothing that covers the shoulders, chest, and knees is strictly expected, and shoes must be removed before entering holy precincts. Casual Western attire is perfectly fine within city boundaries, though overly revealing outfits may attract unwanted staring in conservative rural spaces. Greetings are warmly initiated with a polite Namaste or Jai Sri Krishna, and it is brightly polite to ask for permission before taking photographs of local residents or monastic figures. The culinary landscape of Junagadh is a paradise for fans of authentic, wholesome vegetarian food, heavily defined by the classic Kathiawadi thali. A typical regional meal features a diverse spread of spicy curries like sev tomato, lasagna pataka, garlic potatoes, freshly baked flat breads such as bajra no rosia, pearl millet flatbread, sweet jaggery, and an endless stream of refreshing chas, buttermilk. Street food vendors draw massive nightly crowds for savory snacks like karman dokla, fovda jalebi, and localized variations of spicy dabeli. Because Gujarat is a strictly dry state, the sale, possession, and consumption of alcoholic beverages are legally prohibited without a specialized government issued permit. Navigating Junagadh is highly efficient once a traveler masters the local transit hierarchy. For quick point to point travel within the city limits, three wheeled auto rickshaws are the most practical option, though it is highly recommended to negotiate a fixed fare prior to boarding as meters are rarely used. State run GSRTC buses provide exceptionally affordable connections between separate talukas, while private taxi rentals offer flexible air conditioned alternatives for customized multi day itinerary. Travelers should note that the climate can turn punishingly hot from April to June, making it crucial to carry hydration setups and execute outdoor sightseeing during the cooler early morning windows. Do's and don'ts. Do pre-book your Gir National Park safari permits online through the official government portal months in advance, as spot bookings are strictly capped. Do try local seasonal delicacies, especially the authentic Gir Kesar mangoes, if your travel window falls between the spring and early summer months. Do dress conservatively when exploring religious architecture to show respect for local cultural rules. Don't carry, buy, or consume alcoholic beverages openly anywhere in the district, as violating dry state mandates can lead to severe legal penalties. Don't litter or step out of designated vehicles when exploring the sensitive ecological terrain of the Gir Forest Safari trails. Don't attempt to climb the thousands of steps up Mount Girnar midday without carrying adequate electrolyte water to combat heat exhaustion. For domestic travelers originally from other Indian states, there are no special inner line permits or passport clearances required to enter or stay within Junagadh. International global travelers must hold a passport valid for at least 6 months beyond their intended stay, alongside a valid Indian tourist visa or e visa procured prior to arrival. While standard travel insurance is not legally mandated by local checkpoint authorities, it is strongly recommended for seamless medical coverage during remote wildlife safaris. No special immunizations are required, though standard vaccinations for hepatitis A, typhoid, and updated tetanus shots are sensible health precautions. An optimal exploration of Junagadh requires a well-structured 3 to 4 day plan to beautifully balance its architectural antiquities with its wild ecosystems. The perfect travel window extends from October through March, when the pleasant winter weather allows for open air heritage walks and comfortable temple climbs. Planning should divide the district into distinct geographic blocks. Dedicate 2 days to unearthing the deep layers of Junagadh city's ancient fort structures and rock edicts, followed by 2 days embedded within the natural landscape of Sasangir. The rhythmic split ensures travelers avoid exhaustion while fully taking in both the historic urban tales and the natural sanctuary trails. Trip day to day agenda. Day 1, historical routes. Morning, explore Uppercote Fort, Buddhist caves, and Adikadi Wow Step Well. Afternoon, visit Asoka's rock edicts, photograph the Magabat Makbara. Day 2, the sacred ascent. Early morning, climb Mount Girnar via steps or ride the Girnar ropeway. Afternoon, relax at local markets. Try an authentic Katiwadi Thali. Day 3, into the wild. Morning, check out of City Hotel, transit to Sasan Gir Wildlife Reserve. Afternoon, experience the initial open top jeep safari in Gir National Park. Day 4, wildlife and departure. Morning, take the early morning safari loop for prime lion spotting chances. Afternoon, visit the Somnath temple border loop or catch outbound rail transmit. Junagadh is widely recognized as a safe destination for domestic and international travelers, showing low rates of serious crime. The local police force operates dedicated assistance desks near major tourist centers like Uppercote and Susangir to guide visitors smoothly. Standard safety practices apply. Stay alert to pickpockets in crowded festive settings and avoid solo exploration of isolated trails around the base of the Girnar Hills after dark due to natural wildlife movements. For any unexpected crisis, dialing 112 connects callers to unified emergency response systems for police, fire, or medical dispatch. Junagadh maintains complex commercial and economic bonds that stretch from regional neighbors to global trade networks. It serves as the principal agro-commodity supplies to nearby heavy trade hubs like Rajkot and Ahmedabad, funneling vast quantities of groundnut oil to kitchens nationwide. On a global scale, the district's marine processing units export premium frozen seafood to key international consumers across East Asia, including Japan, China, and Singapore. Its ecotourism framework draws naturalists and researchers worldwide, turning Junagadh into a globally recognized epicenter for wildlife conservation study. The Ashoka connections. The 14th rock edicts of Emperor Ashoka, found in Junagadh, date back to the 3rd century BCE, inscribed in ancient Brahmi script onto a massive granite boulder. The princely defection. During the partition of India in 1947, the Nawab of Junagadh chosen a joint Pakistan despite having no shared land border, a historical decision quickly overturned by a popular citizen uprising and subsequent plebiscite. Geological Sentinel. Mount Girnar is geologically older than the Himalayas mountain range, standing as an extinct volcanic mass reiterated by both Hindu and Jain pilgrims. Junagadh is a beautiful living canvas where human history and wild nature exist side by side. From the timeless rock inscriptions of emperors to the rugged paths of Mount Girnar and the protected home of the Asiatic lion, the district captures the resilient, welcoming essence of Saurashtra. It offers an incredible journey for any traveler, business investor, or historian, leaving a deep impression long after you leave its ancient gates. The local administration in Junagadh has recently successfully concluded the local body panchayat elections, bringing fresh development focus to rural infrastructure. As the region moves through June 2026, the local farming community has happily welcomed initial pre-monsoon sowers, signaling the start of groundnut and cotton sowing cycles across the district. Travelers planning immediate visits should stay tuned to local weather bulletin from the India Meteorological Department (IMD) to monitor regional rain variations and keep their outdoor itineraries running smoothly. Now, questions and answers. What is the primary agricultural crop for Junagadh district? The primary agricultural crop is groundnut. Junagadh is the leading producer of groundnut in Gujarat, supported heavily by the region's rich black cotton soil. What unique fruit from Junagadh holds a geographical indication GI tag? The famous Gir Kesar mango holds the protected GI status, celebrated globally for its distinct aroma, bright orange pulp, and intense sweetness. Is alcohol permitted for tourists traveling within Junagadh? No. Gujarat is strictly dry state. The sale, possession, and consumption of alcohol are illegal unless you obtain an official liquor permit through authorized government channels. What is the significance of the Girnar ropeway? The Girnar ropeway is one of Asia's longest temple ropeway systems. It provides an efficient transport link up Mount Girnar, vastly easing travel for thousands of pilgrims visiting the historic mountain top temples daily. Which major animal species is protected exclusively in the Junagadh ecosystem? The endangered Asiatic lion, Panthera leo, is protected within the Gir National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary ecosystem across the Junagadh regional borders. What language script is found on the famous Asoka rock edicts in Junagadh? The edicts are inscribed in the ancient Brahmi script, etched into a large granite rock face dating back to 3rd century BCE under Emperor Asoka's rule. Which heavy industry capitalizes on the rich mineral deposit of Junagadh? The mineral-based cement industry is highly prominent, driven by major industrial players like Ambuja Cement and Gujarati Siddhi Cement, utilizing local limestone deposits. What local culinary item is a must-try when visiting the district? The authentic Kathiawadi Thali is highly recommended, featuring traditional items like sev tomato, bajra no rotla, and spicy garlic chutneys paired with fresh buttermilk. Where do international travelers go to acquire a local mobile SIM card in Junagadh? International visitors can visit official flagship retail and store fronts of telecom majors like Jio, Airtel, or VI in Junagadh city using their passport and valid tourist visa for quick activation. What is the best time of year to plan an itinerary to Junagadh? The best time to visit is during the cooler winter months from October to March, which offer perfect weather for open safaris and climbing the steps of Mount Girnar. Thank you for seeing this video. Please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Thank you.